Hey guys, what is going on? This is Panzer Dragon, and today we're going to be doing a video on the top 5 best top laners for solo queue. Now, the last time we did this type of video was in patch 6.14, and a lot of things have changed for the top lane, I suppose. So I just want to do a new video and update you guys on what the meta for the top lane is looking like at the moment. Also, this video is going to be sponsored by NZXT. See those numbers in the top right? That is going to be the app. There's more to it, and if you need a computer software monitoring app, this is the one to get for free. And if you want to learn more about it, there's going to be more details at the end of this video. Now, with all that being said, let's get started. Alright, so coming at number 5 is going to be Gangplank. Alright, so Gangplank has received some nerfs to like basically everything, especially his ultimate, but you know, he's actually still a decent champ that people are picking. I wouldn't pick him because you know how I feel about nerfs, I don't like him, but basically the ultimate cooldown has been nerfed by 20 at earlier levels, damage has been reduced for sure, and mana cost on his W has been increased while his hit point has been decreased. Despite all of this though, people are still playing him, and you know, he still has his really good late game where he just shits on people with his barrels and also his ultimate. It's still used as a zoning tool, and of course the true damage coming from Death's Daughter. All of it is still really good for him. Although of course his ultimate can't really snipe people in the early game as much as before, it still provides CC, and you know, his laning phase, it really hasn't changed too much. I mean, his hit point is a little bit down and his W costs a little bit more mana, but he still pokes with his Q and does his barrel calm on enemy, and you know, that's the same. The only thing that's really changed is his ultimate cooldown and of course the damage on it in early levels. Anyways, here's a recommended build for him. You can also see there's a new build being developed, which is the armor penetration build. No more crit, because apparently his Q plus E and Trinity Force is enough damage to just win you the team fight, and of course is more reliable. Next up, let's talk about Riven. So Riven is a champion who got buffed recently. On her ultimate, the minimum and maximum damage have been increased. And you know, with a bunch of other top laners being nerfed, it seems she is a little bit more popular because of that happening. Although of course I see a lot of Riven mains obviously playing her and you know, just shitting on people, but well, actually I think those are the only players who play her and like maybe some good top laners. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't play her unless you main her or like know how to play her, because otherwise she's not really the best champion if you don't really know how to play her to her fullest potential. So I advise practicing her a lot if you plan on playing her. Anyways, here's a recommended build for her. Next up is going to be Malphite. Now this champion, he has received some buffs to his W. The active damage ratio has been increased by 0.05, so more damage, and now he gets 5% more bonus armor at all levels, plus the cooldown has been decreased by 2, which just overall makes him a little bit better. But in my opinion, you know, a while ago he was pretty OP, then he got some nerfs to his E and health regen, and then he sort of died down, but now he's like, he's in a pretty good spot, I'd say. I definitely play him because he's really easy to play. But you know what's funny? Once I get like Sunfire Cape and Frozen Heart or even the Frost Gauntlet, I have like 380 armor. It's insane because I'm maxing out W seconds, so I'm just like, holy shit, this is pretty good. So I really like this champion, especially against a lot of, you know, AD targets. But anyways, here is a recommended item build for him. Next up is going to be Kenan. You know, this champion, I feel he is so good. Not a lot of people play him. Of course, there's that guy whose name is Bob Jenkins, and a lot of people actually target ban him. And to be honest, I don't know what's so special about his Kenan that no one else can do, but he's really good at that champion. But I think if he's played well and gets really ahead, he's a really good champion. Does so much damage in team fights and can definitely, you know, carry those team fights. And he's also decent if he's a little behind. I mean, he still stuns people, which can maybe set up his team to clean up what he has stunned. But in my opinion, I think he's a really powerful champion, and I think he's like a little underrated. So I want to give him some love because I feel like he's like sleeper OP, I guess, even though I do see him like quite a bit. Anyways, here's a recommended item build for him. And finally coming at number 1, I don't know if I should say this, but you know, it's gonna be Aurelia, but I feel like it's hard to say there's a number 1 champion for the top lane. Like, in my opinion, the top lane has no OPs, they're just all really good strengths in particular categories, and you pick them based on what you want to do with the champion. But I guess you could say Aurelia is good all around, even though she got some nerfs with her passive, which is fine because she still has the Trinity Force, which gives a lot of cooldown reduction, plus attack speed, and her gap closer is consistently up because she does max that out now, and of course she has cooldown reduction to have a lot of dashes, which I didn't really pick up until maybe 2 patches after she was being played a lot, because I remember people were maxing out E for the longest time, but now they're maxing out Q. Well, second of course. But anyways, here is a recommended item build for her. Now for some honorable mentions, first up is going to be Gnar. He has received some nerfs in this patch, but some people like playing him still. If those nerfs weren't in this patch, he'd probably still be in the top 5, but since I see him being relatively played still, it's definitely worth noting that he should be an honorable mention. Anyways, here's a recommended item build for him. Next up is going to be Yasuo, and interestingly enough, people are still playing him in the top lane after the nerfs he has received to his ultimate, where it can only apply the armor penetration on critical strikes, and his attack speed growth has been lowered, but his base attack speed has been increased, which I don't really know the math around it and if it was a nerf or buff or not, but I think that base attack speed increase was a buff in general. And also I think people are building the full crit build, which means the nerf on his ultimate didn't really matter too much. It does of course matter for, Fervor Battle and Trinity Force, but I don't think you build that anymore on him. Now anyways, here is the recommended item build for him. And that's gonna be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did like this video, make sure to leave a like, and if you didn't, make sure to subscribe. Anyways, I am Panzer Dragon, and now we're gonna get into the NZXT segment. Alright, so this is going to be the app NZXT Cam. It's basically going to be a computer monitoring software, and you can log in with Facebook, Google, or as a guest. I'm going to do Facebook. And once we get into the app, you can see we have our temperature for our CPU, our load for it as well, our GPU temperature, load, and the terabyte we have for our hard drive and stuff like that. And it looks a little bright, but you can actually make it look a little better if you click this button, and bam! It looks like Lucian was here. And also this app shows you what you're using. Also, if you have NZXT hardware, you can use this app to control those hardware. But yeah, when I was building my old computer, I would use a application like this to figure out what was wrong with it, like my GPU or my CPU based on temperature and load, what was taking it when I was trying to record something. So this would be a good application to figure out what's wrong with your computer. By the way, the problem with my old computer was that my GPU was in the second slot, so yeah, I'm pretty stupid. And also that FPS overlay you saw earlier, you can customize it however you want, put it in the bottom left, top right, or top left, you know what I mean. And you can customize the color if you want. And also if you want temperature notifications, you can customize it right here if you want. You see? Whoop, 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 whoop. So if you guys want, you can check out this app in the description below. And it is by NZXT and it is free. So it's not going to be, sketchy. I would never do something like that. And yeah, thank you to NZXT for sponsoring this video. Anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. I am Panzer Dragon, and I'll see you guys next time.